Hi there, Colin Hall thinking out loud. Yesterday I talked about the fact that one of the major problems getting in the way of us fixing the major problems is that we seem to want our cake and eat it in this country. We want higher taxes, but we don't want to pay them. And until we can get over that, until we can recognise that maybe there's a limit to what we can do and how much we can spend, we're going to be cursed with fighting the same fights over and over again until possibly the IMF has to come and rescue us and then the decision's taken away from us. That's only half the problem. The other half of the problem is that in this country we seem to have a problem with success and wealth. Now, I'm not entirely sure where that comes from. Lots of other nations don't have this problem, but it seems to be uniquely British. So let's explore it. Firstly, I think there is something to do with this country's obsession with class that's a problem. We associate wealth with privilege, privilege with class, and the wealth generated is inherited, and it was created in the first place off the backs of the peasantry and the lower classes. And therefore we distrust and think that those people who have it don't deserve it. Secondly, there is something very British about putting oneself down, about being modest to the point of stupidity. And therefore, if somebody bangs a drum and says, hey, look at me, I'm successful, we actually don't like that. We think it's actually not British, it's bad manners. It's not the done thing. And so when you have successful people who make a song and dance about it, we're very disdainful of them. The third thing is that I think there's a growing sense in this country that it's moving to the left. And not necessarily as in voting Labour as the main left-wing party, but it's just generally more progressive politics, more moving to the left, more seeing big business as the enemy, whether that's to do with the climate, whether it's to do with Gaza, whether it's to do with any of the campaigns, any of the issues which the left seem to be preoccupied on these days. And those who are seen as wealthy and big businesses are seen as part of the enemy. Maybe there's something else going on altogether. But until we can get over ourselves, until we can start to celebrate successes, particularly business successes, until we can get it into the minds of young people that entrepreneurship is not something to be embarrassed by, be ashamed by, but something to strive for, until we can get there, we are not going to get the growth we need to pay for the stuff we want. On that cheery note, see you soon.